Hey YouTube, welcome back to Griffin Grills. We started outside here today because we're just doing a burger recipe, but it's going to be a little different take on a burger. It's called a Flyin Hawaiian turkey burger. And what we have inside of the case here are some turkey patties that I've already made out. It's just ground turkey, and we seasoned it with a little salt and pepper, a little garlic, and then I've actually got beer can chicken season from Weber on the outside of them. We're going to do those on the grill. We also got some teriyaki sauce to baste the burgers with while we cook them, and then we're going to put them on some brioche buns with some goat cheese and some caramelized onions. So let me get these burgers on the grill and started cooking, and then when we come back we're going to flip them over one time, baste the cooked side, and then let them keep going a little bit. Alright, while we got the burgers on the grill, a couple of important things I want to go over with you right now is this is ground turkey, so it is a poultry product. So we need to take it to at least 165 for that poultry to get done. We're going to check on these burgers here in a little bit, flip them over, like I said, baste them up with some teriyaki sauce. And it's a little different take on it because not only are we going to be doing turkey instead of beef, but we're also introducing the teriyaki with the beer can chicken seasoning, and we're also going to grill some teriyaki pineapple to put on this burger as well. That's kind of where the Hawaiian comes in when you add the grilled pineapple to it. These have been on for just a little while, so we're just going to take a quick peek underneath. And they're starting to cook up real nice on the bottom, but we do still need to let them go for a little bit longer. So next time we come back, you should see them flipped over, and I'll start basting them with the teriyaki sauce. Alright, now that we've flipped these over, we're going to go ahead and baste this side. If you're wondering why we started outside instead of inside like we normally do, I do have a backyard burger recipe that showed how I make my patties up. So if you want to know how I do my patties, just refer back to that video on the channel. It should be called Backyard Burgers. So we're going to go ahead and baste these turkey burgers with some teriyaki sauce. And all that teriyaki sauce is going to do, besides add a little bit of flavor to our burgers, it's going to hopefully keep our burgers from drying out. If you watch the backyard burger recipe, you'll notice that I used Worcestershire sauce to keep those burgers nice and moist. I didn't want to use that in this because I was afraid it was going to overpower the flavor. So you can substitute some out of the teriyaki sauce instead of Worcestershire and just do a nice salt and pepper base, and then add the beer can chicken seasoning from Weber. The reason why I went with that seasoning over like a steak and chop flavor is I was hoping that the sage and other ingredients in the beer can chicken that work so well with chicken would also work well with our turkey. Alright, so now that we got these basted, we're just going to let that bottom side cook. We'll probably flip them over one more time. Make sure we get some nice grill marks on these, and then we're going to grill some pineapple to go on here too. So let me let these cook for a little while, and we'll come back later and I'll show you after we flip them. And just a little safety trick for you, you never want to baste a raw side of any meat that you're cooking. You always want to do it on a side that's cooked to some degree. That way you're not going to contaminate your marinade or your baste when you apply that brush to the meat and then bring it back into the bowl. So that's just a little food for thought to keep you making sure that your meat's at safe temperatures. Last thing you want to do is cook all this stuff and then have somebody get sick off of it. So we just flipped these over, basted the other side. So this was the original top, and then we flipped it, cooked it. Now it's back over again. We basted this again. We're going to rotate these so we can get the hatch marks going different ways, and then we'll come back and hopefully be started on our caramelized onions. Alright, so I just checked the internal temperature on our burgers and they're all registering over 165. So what we're going to do now is slide them to our indirect side, and I got some goat cheese that I'm going to put on them to let them melt, and then I still got one more patty I need to cook. Sorry about that. Alright, we got some goat cheese here. We're just going to set this on top of our burgers, and when we put the lid down, it will indirectly melt that cheese over these burgers. And the thing about goat cheese is it is very flimsy cheese. It's almost like working with blue cheese. Alright, so now that we got those on there, I'm just going to clean off the grill on this side so I can get a nice clean surface to grill on. And we'll put that final patty on there, lower this grill grate so it can be melting the cheese. We do got our bottom vents all the way open, as well as our top vent is all the way open as well. So next when we come back, I'll hopefully have this plated up with some grilled onions and some grilled pineapple. So stay tuned. Alright, so we moved our burgers over to the indirect side so we could get that goat cheese melting, and you can see it's got a nice browning on the edges on some of these pieces. So we just went ahead and added our cast iron skillet to the grill with a fresh chimney of charcoal, excuse me. And we just got a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic on this sweet onion that's going to go on top of our burger. And then we also got some pieces of pineapple that have been marinating in the same teriyaki sauce we used for the burgers in the fridge inside. We're going to bring those out and put them directly on the grill grates. So we're just going to let the onions cook down a little bit. We'll take the burgers off, plate them up, and then we'll get our pineapple out here and grill it. Alright, we got our burgers off. Our sweet onions are almost done. We just got some pineapple here that we marinated in some of the teriyaki sauce. We're gonna just put that on the grill and grill that real quick. Go ahead while that's grilling up and give our onions a stir. And if you're going to be cooking outside, you really need to give cast iron a try. It gives you a phenomenal flavor, and it's really fun once you start getting into all the new accessories they have dealing with cast iron. And that pineapple just looks absolutely gorgeous. So hopefully here in the next few minutes you'll see this plated up on an actual burger, and we'll actually be starting to eat. I do apologize about the smoke. Doing some more burgers later on, and I needed some fresh charcoal. So we'll see you inside. Alright, so here we are back inside now. We got our final product, the Flyin Hawaiian turkey burger. It's turkey burger with goat cheese, caramelized onions, and grilled pineapple on a toasted brioche bun. That's what we're having tonight. If you like the videos, please subscribe, leave comments, and leave the likes. Anything will be greatly appreciated. And if you got anything you want to see on the channel, go ahead and get that down in the comments also. I'm always up for trying new things. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you. Have a good night.